Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yandan with Evening News. The headlines. Centre brings online news and audiovisual content under purview of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu presents second National Water Awards. National Education Day being celebrated today. And Nagaland's COVID-19 tally reaches 9,578. Union government has issued an order bringing online films and video-visual programs and online news and current affairs content under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Over-the-top platforms including Netflix, Hotstar, Prime Video and online news portals are also now under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. The development was announced today in a Gazette notification. Currently, there is no law or autonomous body governing digital content. At present, the Press Council of India looks after the print media. The News Broadcasters Association takes care of the news channels. Advertising Standards Council of India is for advertising, while the Central Board of Film Certification monitors films. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu today virtually presented the second National Water Awards. He said water is a scarce natural resource which is fundamental to life, livelihood, food security and sustainable development. In a series of tweets, Naidu said, "It is our duty to take all possible steps for conservation of this limited precious resource." The Vice President extended his compliments to Tamil Nadu, which bagged the Best State Award. Maharashtra secured the second and Rajasthan got the third. Along with the rest of the country, Nagaland Education Association organized a webinar today at Kohima in commemoration of National Education Day. President of Nagaland Education Association, Dr. Zavese Rume, said education is the mother of all professions and called upon all educationists to unite and rededicate to the cause of education. He said this day is observed to honor the educationists in the country and to recognize their contributions towards human progress and civilization. Speaking on the National Education Policy NEP 2020 in the context of school education, former Director CERT Vipralhu Gesseje opined that NEP should be implemented in letter and spirit to create knowledge-based society. He further suggested the state government to hold regular interactions with the educationists of the state. Every year, 11 November is observed as the National Education Day in remembrance of the first Education Minister of independent India, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tributes to Maulana Azad and Acharya Kripalani on their birth anniversary today. In a tweet, Prime Minister said Maulana Azad and Acharya Kripalani are remembered as exemplary stalwarts who made outstanding contributions to national progress. Prime Minister Modi said both the leaders devoted themselves towards empowering the lives of the poor and the youth. Nagaland reported 42 new positive cases of COVID-19 today, taking the total tally to 9,578. Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangyapom in a tweet said 26 cases were detected from Dimapur, 7 in Kohima, 4 in Mon, 2 in Twensang and 1 each from Mokokchung, Beren and Zuluputo. Pangyu also informed that 90 patients have recovered, which included 64 from Dimapur, 12 in Twensang, 11 from Kohima, 2 in Zuluputo and 1 in Kifere. Of the new cases reported today, 30 were from traced contacts, 6 from armed forces, 5 from returnees, and 1 from frontline worker. Presently, the state has 838 active cases, while 8,595 have recovered from the infection. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. In view of the detection of a COVID-19 positive patient, the District Task Force Kohima has decided to seal school education and a CERT department at Nagaland Civil Secretariat. Both the offices have been temporarily closed for 48 hours, where fumigation of the premises is being initiated following all safety measures and SOPs. The sealed areas are mapped and cordoned off. Press Information Bureau and Field Outreach Bureau, Kohima, organized a webinar today on COVID-19 appropriate behavior. State Nodal Officer Integrated Disease Surveillance Program, Dr. Nyantan Gikon said, Nagaland has done reasonably well in controlling the spread of the pandemic. He said ensuring safety of oneself and family is under one's own control. Kikon said one must realize that crowded, confined places and close contact settings are places where a person has to be on a much higher level of alert. Additional Director General Northeast Region, Minister of Information and Broadcasting, S.N. Pradhan said there are a significant number of people who are still not seriously taking the importance of social distancing, mask wearing and hand washing. He said this is the reason why one must keep on hammering the message of appropriate behavior. Director of Press Information Bureau Imphal, Abhishek Dayal said media should keep highlighting the incidences of floating of COVID SOPs and educate people to be more alert. Additional Deputy Commissioner Bukoputo has informed that a draft e-roll will be published on 16th of this month. In this connection, a meeting with all political parties under Bukoputo election district has been fixed on the set date at 12 noon at the Chamber of Additional Deputy Commissioner and District Election Officer Bukoputo. The ATC informed all political party presidents to be present or send their representatives to attend the meeting positively. Meanwhile, ADC and Electoral Registration Officer Dimapur also informed all booth-level officers of Dimapur to collect their revision materials from Election Branch at Deputy Commissioner and District Election Office Dimapur during office hours on 12th and 13th of this month. Longling District's Force Beti Bachao Beti Padhao and Mahila Shakti Kendra will be conducting duet singing competition to encourage, motivate and support women and girl child. The competition will be held on 17th of this month at the DC's Conference Hall under the theme Equality for Women is Progress for All. All youth pastors are asked to cooperate and encourage members to represent at least one participant each from their church. The winners will be awarded with cash. Meanwhile, Deputy Commissioner Mukukchum Lima Wapang Jamie today released a book titled Women-Centric Schemes and Programs Data Bank, a compilation of women-related schemes in Nagaland, published by Mukukchum District Administration and District Level Center for Women, Mahila Shakti Kendra, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. On the occasion of Public Service Broadcasting Day tomorrow, All India Radio Delhi will broadcast a studio-based program to commemorate the 73 years of only visit of Mahatma Gandhi to the studios of Broadcasting House, All India Radio Delhi. The program can be heard in Indraprashta, FM Gold and AIR Live News 24/7 YouTube channels tomorrow at 3 p.m. The same will also be relayed at AIR Kohima FM Trakoban 103 MHz. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, wash hands frequently with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer and follow social distancing. And now 20 News, here are the main points again. Centre brings online news and audiovisuals content under purview of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu presents 2nd National Water Awards. National Education Day being celebrated today. And Nagaland's COVID-19 tally reaches to 9,578. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.